Well, if this pop-up is on the screen, that means it's time for Crash of the Titans. We have Miles Morales here, Spider-Man, of course. He is a purple, yellow, and red user. Purple ability allows him to go invisible, creates web tiles for 6 purple, and then for an additional 8 purple, he can destroy his invisibility tile and then do damage based on the number of web tiles that's on the board. His yellow abilities are passive and active. The active version costs 8, and it creates web tiles on the board. And then if either team matches web tiles, he gains AP in yellow and red. In other levels, it'll be and purple as well. In other levels, it'll have him gain AP in blue as well. And then finally, his red ability, Venom Blast, costs 6, stuns the target for 1 turn, and then does a little bit of damage. Now, the person we're going to be using is Spider-Gwen, aka Ghost Spider, and she has the same color set as Miles. The colors might be different in terms of which colors do more damage or whatever, but they're the similar color set. Her purple is 6. It stuns the target. Well, it stuns 2 random enemies for 2 turns and creates some web tiles. Her red ability, Cherry Bomb, it costs 10, but it can be brought down based on the number of web tiles that's on the board. But it does target damage and it removes a web tile from the board. And then finally, her yellow ability, it costs 8 if I'm not mistaken, and she creates some number of web tiles on the board and then fortifies them. So for a lesser equipped Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider, whatever you want to call her, you definitely want to boost your purple AP, and then definitely want to boost your yellow red, and then some sort of damage boost as well. Chase after purple, prevent Miles from getting invisible, and as long as he is stunned, he won't be doing anything consequence. Now again, Miles creating web tiles for us is alrighty. And we'll take a small commercial break real quick. I can fix this match. Alright, now let's get Miles going with this animation here. I'll kick out the jams, cost 6, that's what it is. Now we'll heal myself, give him some AP, regrettably. No invisibility for you, Miles. Let me see here. I want to match down here, and the game is like, yeah, you should match down there too. But at the same time, I don't want to have any cascades that come down and give Miles any AP or set him up. Check out the jams again. And I think Cherry Bomb should be just enough to finish him off. Yep. Got me Miles. Oh my goodness. Miles team up. Yeah, finally got my heroic 10 pack. Yay. So, do a little quick breakdown of Spider-Gwen, and you can kind of pair her up with, if I can find her, and break her down just a little bit. Now, Teenage Kicks. Now, I'm a proponent, or I should say, I like to lean heavily into stuns or team stuns or random stuns for the most part. If the stun happens to do damage too, that's a bonus. So here, I just leave this one here at 5 because again, you get the maximum amount of stuns with the maximum amount of effectiveness. So you get your 2 web tiles, 2 turn stun, 2 random enemies. Instead, at level 3, is that you stun 1 random enemy for 2 turns. Again, give you a 2 turn stun with 2 random enemy stun. Now sometimes it might not stun the exact person that you want to be stunned, but you got a 1 in 3 chance of it stunning whoever you want to be stunned. And then if it's a 2-on-2 situation, well, you're guaranteed to get your stuns off. Cherry Bomb, again, I'd rather have this here at 5. Yeah, and it costs 12. I don't know why I said 10. I think I'm used to the move itself lowering its AP, for the web tiles and whatnot. Again, maximum amount of damage. There's like no sense in trying to lessen the amount of damage of the move. It's like, because again, the aim of this game here is to either deplete an enemy's health all the way down to 0, or in the case of different puzzle gauntlets, succeed at whatever challenge you're trying to get. So why not lean more heavily into higher damage, heavy damage moves to quickly get rid of your opponent instead of whatever the flavor of the day might be. Now I know passives still rule this game, but every once in a while you do need to fire off a power to speed things up. And then kick out the jams. Now again, at higher levels, yeah, you create an extra web tile and a little bit more burst of health, but there are more web characters in the game that can generate more web tiles, so you can essentially leave this here at 3 and then let the other characters generate their webs either by matches or from firing off their abilities or whatever. So who obviously to pair her up with, well, if you're strictly in 4-star land, her, Miles Morales Spider-Man, who we just faced off against, and then of course Infinity War Spider-Man. If I can find him in my roster, it shouldn't be. Oh my goodness. So you would think that I would have my roster a little bit better organized, but the three of them, you're guaranteed to get web tiles. Let's say with this version here, Spider-Man, anytime that he makes a match of red, purple, or red, green, or oh my goodness, blue, green, red, or any matches that has his tile, he'll create web tiles on blue, red, and green. That's well, it's just 2 web tiles, period. But still, He creates web tiles, and then if you equip him with the homemade web shooters, if you make a match 5 or greater, you'll create web tiles on the board. His green allows you to create even more web tiles and unlock some number of tiles on the board. And then his red is if you have a choice between his red and Spider-Gwen's red. His red costs 10, but it has more capabilities of doing higher damage, because it doesn't matter how many web tiles you have on the board, it's going to do an insane amount of damage. Or Spider-Gwen's, where it just has its listed damage and it'll do nothing more than that, and then obviously remove web tiles. Like if you don't like that version of Spider-Man, you can go to the futuristic Spider-Man or Spider-Man 2099. Again, the web bite ability, most folks would want this here, at 5, but the way that Spider-Bite's countdown to how it works is kind of Harbinger of Heroes is just way too good of an ability. As you can see, he creates web tiles on green, purple, and red, which are his opposite colors. But here it's like you put it level 3. It's like you miss the benefits of creating matches on yellow matches, which again the Spider teams really want. So you put this here at 5, get you a little bit of extra damage, and then Uprising will be one of those moves that you can use to close out a flame. It's like it removes some of your web tiles on the board for countdown tiles, and then deals a little bit more damage with potentially with the countdown tiles on the board. If not him, you got Silk. Silk, at least with her, is going to take her a while to get started because of both her total recall and all wrapped up. Total recall puts out strike tiles, protect tiles, or attack tiles, depending upon what you choose. Creates web tiles on the board. Her yellow will remove web tiles on the board, but it'll heal the team, and she can fortify web tiles too, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, then she fortifies a web tile, and then she improves strike, attack, and protect tiles by certain amount, and then she's got a heal, and then all wrapped up again. That creates a strike tile, deals damage, creates a fortified web tile, and then you can deal damage with her passive black. So again, you got multiple options, or if you really want to go all out, Spider-Man Peter Parker with his web shot ability that I guarantee you at least 2 web tiles at the start of the turn if you don't have any. Arachnid agility to give you a little bit more oomph. And then his blue ability, stick around, will give you web tiles, or if you need to stun the enemy team for 2 turns, if you have enough web tiles, you go that option there. Alright, so that's going to end this Crash of the Titans here. Let's see here who is up next. Oh, Kate Bishop Hawkeye, so I did break out with my 370 Kate Bishop. That should be fun. So let's end this video here. And for those who have been anxiously awaiting my Puzzle Gauntlet video, well, it's coming sooner than you think.